Well, hello, and welcome back to part 4 of the Cylon Basestar. Today we're actually going to start working on doing the launch port lighting. I'm going to do a blue light in there so we can have like a little cool blue, sickly blue glow in the inside of the saucers. So let's go take a look. Okay, I'm back. I figured out some things. If you can see here, I got a little ring going on in here. A blocking ring. And what I made it out of is some silver plumber's tape. Or actual duct, like the metal ducts for AC units and stuff like that they seal up, where they've connected two pieces of metal together. It works great in prop working to chrome things and stuff like that. But what I did is I cut it, I sliced it at 2 millimeters, or 2 centimeters, excuse me. This is a little thick. I'll have to trim this, but I can use this for the other side because it gives me the ring, that diameter. So what I did is laid it in and ran it across here. And then I took my hobby knife, once I got it all in there, and then I can fit it down tight where it actually seals, since the sticky stuff side is on the outside, so it sticks to these walls, and this stuff's sticky, so it should stay. But also it's sticking against, like, because the inside, there's an inner ring here. Grab the other piece. You can see here, you know, how it's like almost perfectly smooth here, and here it's getting rough, but there's a lip around here that the tape was actually sticking to, so it sealed all that in really nice, which was kind of a happy little a bonus, to be honest, that it did that. So now I don't have any light leaks coming through even at the bottom, maybe minor, and I don't mind if a little blue gets in there, and I can even run some, you know, I might even run a I could probably use the, what's that called? This fabric stuff, the tulip. I can even put a bead of that around at the bottom. Seal that. The thing is still going to be the top. I think I'm just going to lay pieces across like this, you know, and it lapping over, and then its sticky part will touch this other sticky part, and it should stick itself together. Then what I did is I took my hobby knife, you can see the holes, and I went and cut, you know, made an X, and then came from this side with my scribing tool and pushed them in and did the old round around so you didn't see any of the foil in the holes. Then after that, for the windows, instead of using a lot of window maker, and window maker's still going to be probably a little more clear than I want, good old Scotch tape. Just took a little Scotch tape and put it in the window. I use that a lot on some photo etch pieces where you want, you know, a diffused kind of window. I did it on the refit. I did it on the NX1. You know, the refit, there's that compartment at the bottom, a hatch at the bottom where Spock comes through. But inside that, you see that, and then there's another room, and then it just has photo etch beams that are like supposed to be a light, and I just laid that across the top. That way it diffused the light. So yeah, because this has the perfect, if you get that, it's not the real clear, this they're saying magic tape, but it's kind of that frosted Scotch tape. Acts as a perfect diffuser, and then when you hold it up to the light, now the actual light comes to the window port, or which will be the hangar base. And then I think when I stick a blue light in there, let's try with a battery. See what a blue light looks like. I'll even go with a big one. I think I put that 3 millimeter or 3 volt battery away. Yeah. Yeah, That should work really cool. I don't know if you can see it. Oh, too high. And now you can see it there. Now it's just where do I want to put these lights. I want to focus right out there because I want a good blue beam coming through, but I don't want it where it's like a headlight either. So I'm wondering if I can put what I was also thinking, this is the next step here. Now that I solved those problems fairly decently, what do I want to, how do I want to light that? Do I want, 3mm LEDs I could put post here and have them shining out? Or what? Well, what I'm thinking is I can take some styrene posts and glue 4 of them kind of around this center in a sense, but not completely center, just kind of right there, and take blue LED strip tape and run that around those posts and glue them onto those posts. And maybe I'm wondering if I could probably, I'll make the posts high enough so I can bring them up to the window or the portal levels, but I'm wondering if I also stick it down low, then I won't get hot spots. I'm not sure yet. I'll have to see how that works, because then I'm thinking maybe do I stick fiber fill in there, or do I just do that and let it go? I don't know. I'm thinking maybe I should have it up high, just judging how much that blocked. But an LED strip, high density blue, I have blue in like this, and I do enough, that's going to blast a lot of light all around there, so I might want to keep it low, because it's going to bounce around there. There's all that silver and chrome in there that I'm hoping will bounce it around. And then even if I cap it off, the other side of the tape is silvery too, so that should help reflect it all around, and I'm hoping maybe that will do the trick. And if I can keep it down low, then I won't have the hot spots. But I might want to keep it up a little high so it gets a good light beam out these two. So we'll see. We can play with that. We can yeah, I don't know. We'll raise them up and down and see how that looks. But at least we got that problem solved. We got the blocking so the blue light doesn't get in here with the white, or vice versa. And we have filled in the portals, so we got a good light. And that tape works like a fiber optic, like a flat one. It actually pulls the light, so it's there now. Not before when it was just a hole, you just saw light through the hole, So that's awesome. So I figured I'd fill you up in that update. I'm going to try to do this other test and thing and see if that works. So see you soon. I got some things figured out here. We're moving along on this section of the one saucer. Like I said before, I got this foil, the actual ductwork silver tape. Cut it in a 2mm thickness and wrap that around. Cut the holes out and then put magic tape from 3M Scotch over the holes. So that's looking good. But what I did recently is I just took a little styrene rod and just cut it into 2mm. Actually, a little shy, but that way, whatever I top this with, it won't be sticking up. And what I'm going to do, I think, is just wrap blue LED strip tape around that I have here, and see how that works. And then I should be able to adjust up and down. I'm thinking about trying to keep it low so I don't get hot spots, but we'll see how it actually shines. This is a high density, so it's going to give me plenty of LED bulbs. I'm actually pretty excited. I just got a whole batch of 3 and 5 LEDs in, and there are multiple colors. Here's a purple UV. We got green, yellow, blue, red, all of them. That was a good price. And I like that they're the clear ones that glow the color. I don't know if they just actually just put the color on the other ones just to show you what, so it's easy to see what color it is. But I know the ones that glow green and stuff, they seem to work really good when they're the clear ones. So I don't know if that's just a better quality. And then I got a whole bunch of stocked up on some more SMDs, the small ones. I got the 402s. So I got some small ones because the other ones I think I have are a little larger. There we go. Oh. But that's where I think we're at. That's what we're going to do. So these cured overnight. Just stuck them down with regular model cement. They're nice and strong now. Before I have to start wrapping up. LED around there. I want to make sure we got good. And this glows a good, brilliant blue. So I like these. So we just got to figure out how much we're going to need. That's pretty interesting. We'll roll some out here. Pretty get much. Get one segment. Per like side here. So I should be able to do 4 of them then. Let's try. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, right at that solder break. Like, sometimes they connect like LED strips together with, and they'll solder them. Let's see if that'll do it. Oh, that'll perfectly go around. I don't know if I can just cut that still with the scissors. Yep. So no biggie. With this, that one's just already pre-tinned. Okay. Kind of a little over big. Kind of almost too big. I should have came in here and found out what size I would need with the LEDs I have, like by the strip, and then move these pegs to that. That's what I should have done. So I could do that. What I could do is just attach them to one side like that. And then have this one just go across like that. It kind of stinks that it's a little bit bigger than I want. Can I get away with 3? That would be a question. I mean, I can get away with 3 segments. No, I need that other one to go that way. Try to get this to I want to curl. So I'm going to try to curl it up a little bit here. I could do that. I don't want them to... I could do something like that. Well, I'm going to come back because I still need to brainstorm on exactly how I want to do this. So I will see you shortly. Okay, everyone, I figured out what I'm going to do. I had posts sitting here. I removed those because to get the right, I should actually have done this and then positioned the posts. But I have these old paint cups that I'm just going to cut, and I put a hole in the bottom so that I still have my hole going through these. This one actually broke, but I think I was thinking about going this way, which kind of be neat because the way that the cup does that would make my lights kind of angle up. But I think I'm going to do this for the ease of gluing, because just have this little thin edge to try to glue down. It's going to be a pain in the butt, I guess. I don't know. It might work. I could always do dabs of super glue, but I would need more LED strip for this, and I'd have to cut up. I need like one more segment for that. Fill that there. But if I go up to the smaller part of the cup, I can do that. And then I'm wondering if actually that angle them not towards the actual holes I drilled there would help with not getting that hot spots. So I think I'm going to try that. We can flip flop and see what works. But let's cut these cups. I don't need all of it, it's too tall. I don't think I'm going to want this tooth blade. I'm going to want the more grinder cutter. That other one's like a saw. Yeah, that's better. Get rid of the burrs. See, because that gives me more of a base to glue to. I'll tack it with some super glue, I think, and then I'll go in there and also hit it with some model cement. This is a different kind of plastic than probably styrene, just judging by how brittle it is, and plus it can handle chemicals. So I think I can do this. Simple as that. That gives me my round circle and wrap that around it. It's probably the best thing to do would be to wrap this LED around this first. It's going to be fun because we got a slight angle, so I'm probably going to need some super glue for that too. So let's get this out. I'll use the medium. let's see what they did. They folded that one over where they joined it. But it's peeling up the sticky part too. Let's see if this one. That one is too. It's actually pulling the whole tape off. That I found out happens a lot too. If anybody else has run that. Yeah, it's peeling the entire sticky part off the LED strip. It's almost like they got to cut. The way it works is, I can't get it, my fingers are too big. So I'm trying to hold on to the sticky part of it. Even the tweezers won't get. There we go. It's almost like a thin layer of some sticky stuff, and then they have this and it's sandwiched between, but it can pull up with the tape backing. Alright. Let's figure out how we're going to do this. I'm going to try to keep it up. The upper part of this cup. I don't know how well it's going to want to even stick to these cups. They might have like some type of resistance. It's just stuff sticking to them. And that's what it's feeling like. This ain't going to be pretty. That's for sure. That's because I was supposed to. I can get a little super glue down there. The best thing to do there is just to use that to tack those down. Super glue's being stubborn. It's not even with the quick set. I'm not getting probably because I can't get it in there, but usually it doesn't take that much. Let me get some on this. Actually, let's get rid of that. I already have a glue nub on there. A little bit on here, so I'm not overloaded with super glue. Yeah, I'm wondering if this plastic's like so resistant to stuff like solvents and stuff. Even super glue doesn't want to stick to it. But that should do it. And we can put those like that. And I think that'll work great. Clean my tips of my super glue so they don't get funky. Okay. So now I've had super glue. I don't know if it was the super glue or just something up with the LED. Yeah, so I don't need to keep this part. I don't think we're going to use that for anything. I feel better if I do a quick test here. If I can. Well, it's positive. Top, of course. The way I'm not. It'd be hard for me to get it to power up. Actually, off of those would be easier. There we go. I hope that gives me enough light. I'll leave that there because I know I'll probably be using it again. So what we should have got my soldering iron already warmed up. But I didn't. Still got plenty of water there. It doesn't take it terribly long to warm up. But I want to attach a wire to that first. So we're just going to run one jumper here. I want to run one off of here. And use this one to go down into the hole. I think I jumped it that way. And then run just a tail off of here and a tail going down into the saucer. I think would be the best way to do it. Alright, so we got that figured off. So I only need to solder one of these terminals. I'll place you like that just to give us an idea of length of wire. We'll use this small wire. Give ourselves some extra in case. There we go. Sometimes I should actually draw a wiring diagram before I start these things. But I think it's good to see the brainstorming. I kind of enjoy that when I watch other people's videos, when you actually see the thought process of what's going on. And probably should do the other end while it's easy to get to. This guy get hot. Yes, it did. All right, now we just gotta sneak it into that. Just gotta sneak it down there through behind that silver tape. I can even poke a hole through it if I need to. Get this out of the way. Yeah, we're gonna have to poke a little. Oh, I can use the angle part. Poke a little hole here. That's the nice thing about the silver tape. It might sneak some blue through there. We can always seal it up with something later. I should, yeah, before we do that, that was the whole purpose of, let's get this soldered onto here first. It's going to be interesting. Hold it with that. Probably wouldn't be a bad idea to test it again. What we got going on here with this wire? I almost need a short cable. Pair of these. Cables like I can reach really far with. Alright, so let's alright, so we got power. We're still cooking. Good connection. Not enough bench. Okay. So we did that. Get that out of the way. I'm probably gonna still need you to fish the rest of you through. Get you guys twitch you up a little bit. Let's see if we can get you in that way. Oh, what's going on is the tape that I pushed through is still pushing the wire back out. So that'll sit like that, and then we can attach that to that. Beautiful. So now, let's get two dabs of super glue somewhere. It's hard to tell if it's touching, so I'm going to have to put quite a bit of super glue there. Push on the base, it might help. Or, you know, push on it like that might help. Might. What I'm afraid of is this plastic cup is not the best I don't even know if the solvent glues would actually melt it, because it is, like I said, it is made to not deal with, or made to deal with solvents and not melt. I think you can pour lacquer in these cups and it doesn't melt them. But that means certain other things, when you're using it for what I'm doing, you might not melt it. But we'll throw some thin cement in there anyway. This one's getting really low, so let's see if that helps at all. I doubt it. Oh, actually it did. That worked pretty good. Let's see if I can get some in on this side. Let's let that set cure a little bit here. Now, next, let's start the setup. Let's solder these little wires there, and then we'll test. To see if that circuit jumps over correctly. We got positive and negative. Actually, these tweezers work a little better. Be from this angle. All right, we can. That's a lot of wire there. Let's get rid of some of that. There we go. Push that down. That's what's nice about this thin wire. It allows you to push it in where you want it to be. Nothing pretty, but like I said, we won't see it, and we just make shit a cool light. So now we can do a little light test. And there we go. Well, it's definitely throwing blue light all over those walls really nice. See what it looks like in the dark. Yeah. That's working great. But the proof is in seeing it. Oops. Now what's the chances of me throwing them there and I actually purposely threw one away. It warns you if they touch, if there's a short. So, but you know, I purposely threw that one and it still rolled over. That's funny. Alright, that works. So that solved that issue. I got another cup to do the same when I do the other side. So that's pretty much lighting this hole underneath. The only other thing I'm going to do is, well, on this one, because these are going to be the lower, I'm going to dedicate C and D for the bottom half. I just need to put a little jumper. So when the other half, which is the bottom, and the wire comes through, I'll just tie feed down, straight down, and direct power right to that one, and then power to this. So I'll have my main power coming in, I'll send a tail to this, and send another tail straight through to the other saucer. And then the other saucer is going to be just like this, except on this top half, I'm going to have the lights on the top. So, and we'll just run tails on, say this is the other section, I'll run a tail and then a tail. And that should be good. But there you go. So next time we come back, I should have both of these wired up, and we can, boy, we're going to be able to close this thing up. It's, you know, like I said, it's a quick, simple kit. All we have is the little parts that are on the other sections. Go across here and here, and that's it. And then start doing the detail blue stuff. I really like how the painting looks. So, all right. Time to duplicate this on the next one, but I won't bore you with all that. It's going to be exact duplicate. So, until next time, thanks for watching.